At Balcones Resources, our process is everything. It starts by collecting recyclable material from Austin area residents and commercial businesses. When the trucks arrive, they're weighed in on our scales. The recycling material is dropped off and divided into 2 piles. It's then loaded onto a metering bin, which allows steady input of the material onto the system. Staff remove oversized material as well as non-conforming items and drops the items into a designated bunker where it is stored for later processing. The material then goes into a series of 3 disc screens that are designed to sort different grades of material based on shape and size. At the first screen, large pieces of cardboard pass over the top of the discs and onto a conveyor belt, which leads the material to a bunker for later baling. Everything else falls through the discs onto a glass breaker. The glass breaker separates the glass containers and small fines from the rest of the material. The glass and small fines fall onto a conveyor belt that runs the span of the building. The broken glass containers pass over a vibratory screen and an air aspirator that separates the glass from the fines. At the second screen, newspaper and other large pieces of fiber pass over the top of the discs and onto a conveyor belt. The material is then taken to a quality control line where non-conforming items are removed. The rest of the material falls through the discs for further sorting. The next screen separates the remaining material. 2D material, like mixed paper, passes over the top of the screen and onto a conveyor belt to a quality control line for any necessary sorting. It is then sent into a bunker for later baling. 3D material, like plastic and metal containers, falls through the screen and onto a conveyor belt to be taken to a quality control line. The remaining containers then pass underneath a magnet that removes all the ferrous metal and deposits it in a bunker for baling. HDPE containers, like household detergent bottles, are removed from the conveyor by human sorters that separate the material into 2 grades. The remaining material then passes through an eddy current separator that sorts out the aluminum from the stream. The remaining plastic containers then pass through the first of 2 optical sorters that separates PET plastic using precise air-jet blasts. The second optical sorter separates any PET that was missed and all remaining plastics 3 through 7. When the bunkers of material become full, the system will alert the staff through a series of audible alarms. Bunkers are then opened and the material is released into a baler. Once the material is baled, they are prepared for shipment to our buyers using trucks, containers, and rail cars. And our buyers use this recycled material to create a variety of new retail products. Balcones Resources, naturally inspired thinking.